All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to GSPN. This is Lamar Gafford here live from beautiful England Air Park, the Burn, Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. And now we got Grant coming up here. Landon Fletcher will be the batter here for the Cougars. Due up in this inning for the Cougars will be Landon Fletcher, Nick Jewell, and Braxton Woodard. So Fletcher now coming up here to see what he can do against Merrill. And Fletcher will foul that one off to start things off in the top of the second inning. Fletcher, one of Grant's top batters so far this season. He's batting .417. Has a home run and 22 RBI so far this season. And breaking ball there for Merrill. He'll just drop that one in there for a strike. So 0-2 count now to Fletcher. Fletcher is leading Grant in RBI so far this season. And that'll be inside, so 1-2 count. Yeah, Fletcher leading Grant in RBI this season with 22. And here comes the pitch from Merrill. Gets him to swing and misses, and he's still able to get him out by the throwout right then and there. So great chance for Brady Wells to recover on that one. And as Merrill puts another K on that one right there. So that'll be his second strikeout of the ball game. Now coming up is Nick Jewell, the right fielder for the Grant Cougars. And the pitch inside, and that'll be a strike. So 0-1 now to Jewell. And the pitch. Jewell fouled that one off. So 0-2 count now to him. Merrill trying to see if he can get strikeout number 3 here. And the pitch. Jewell will foul that one off. And that'll be 0-2 count once again. So right now, again, Grant playing some of their best ball as of late here. Merrill will throw a ball right there, so that'd be 1-2 count. Again, Grant has won 8 of his last 11 to claw their way back into the playoff scenario here in Division II non-select. And Jewell is going to foul that one off, so that'll be once again 1-2 count here. Merrill once again pitching, and the pitch. And Jewell, he'll fly that one to right, and that'll be a good catch there by Cooper Cartwright. Way to recover there, and way to cover up a lot of ground there as your shortstop there. So great play there by Cartwright to track that one down. All right, now up is Braxton Woodard. Speaking of shortstops, he is the shortstop here for Grant. And now the pitch. And Woodard takes a big cut, and that'll be a strike. Woodard this season, batting .268. He has himself 2 home runs and 13 RBI. And that's going to be inside. So that's going to be now a 1-1 count to Woodard. And the pitch. Outside there. So 2-1. 2-1, 2 outs. Here, none on base right now for Woodard. And here comes the pitch. Strike there. So 2-2. Coming up now for Grace coming up will be Talon Upnet, Braden Wells, and Gage Fuller. And the pitch. Got him looking there, and that'll be Merrill's 3rd strikeout there. As Woodard gets caught looking there to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base here at the top of the second inning here. We'll get to the bottom of the second with Grant 0 and Grace Christian 0. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in about a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right back here from Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium in beautiful England Air Park in Alexandria, Louisiana. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, the Great Sports Programming Network. And now we're getting into the bottom of the second inning here for Grace Christian and Grant. Grace coming up for them will be Talon Epnet, Braden Wells, and Gage Fuller as we get ready to get to the proceedings of the bottom of the second inning here. Pretty solid matchups between Grace and Grant so far this season. And here comes the pitch. And outside, that's going to be inside there for a strike. So 0-1 count. Pepitone fouls that one off and had me jumping up there in the box right there. But it's still 0-2 now for that's Pepitone pitching here in this one. And here comes the pitch. High there to Epinet. And so that's going to be 1-2 now. And the pitch. And Epinet, he'll get that one to the infield and is able to speed past it here, beats the throw, and the throw is a little bit wide here, so he'll still try to get to second base, and he does on that errant throw. So now Talon Epnet, we thought that, hey, he was able to see if he can beat out here just to get to the first base, but he's able to get on there here to second base after the throw to first was a little bit wide. So here comes now Braden Wells, and Wells now getting himself an RISP situation here early on in the ball game. Heady base running there by Epnet. And here goes the pitch. And Wells, he'll bunt that one, and that's going to be... We'll see what that is. And it looks like he's going to call a balk on that one. So, as a result, Epnet goes to third. And Wells is still at the plate. Yeah, I guess that's what they called it. All right, so that's going to be a ball. So, ball one there. So, the call was no pitch. So, Epnet was able to go to third as a result. And here we go. And that'll be ball two. So 2-0 count now to Wells. Wells now a good hitter's count here, especially a good hitter situation here. He'll take strike one, so 2-1 count. Again, we got Epnet at third. He's able to move to third after that. No pitch situation there early. And the pitch hits the dirt, so that's going to be outside. 3-1 count. And so here comes the pitch again. And Wells, hard hit here, and he's going to drive in Epnet easily there, and Wells would get us on there as a base hit there. So RBI base hit, and that gives Grace Christian a 1-0 lead early on in this ball game. He really hit that one to short and found its way to the outfield here for an easy RBI there. So now coming up is Gage Fuller, the lefty here for the Grace Christian Warriors. And the pitch. And Fuller, he'll foul that one off. So 0-1 count there. Throws right, bats left. As what they used to call it back in the day, amphibious. Ambidextrous, I know this, guys. I know. All right, so 1-1 count here to Fuller. You know, speaking of people that, you know, use both hands on certain things. And that'll be just outside there, so 2-1 count. I throw a baseball right-handed, but I throw a football and basketball left-handed. So I don't know how that works, but it kind of works. All right, so here we go again. Strike there. So 2-2 count now to Gage Fuller. Once again, Wells on first base after getting an RBI base hit to drive in Epnet. Grace now up 1-0 on Grant. And he'll swing and he'll miss that one there, but he'll try to see if he can get to second base. Well, no, as a result, everybody's going to have to. Yeah, Fuller, since that base was not open, he was not going to be able to do that. So he'll get the swing and the miss, and Pepitone will get a strikeout as a result. So now up JP Harrell for the Warriors. And that will be a ball there. So 1-0 count now for Harrell. And a pitch. And he'll tap that one back, foul. So Wells was able to move to second base regardless of that here. But, Fuller was not able to advance here on the drop third strike. All right, it's 2-1 count now to JP Harrell. And here goes the pitch. Harrell swing and miss there, and that'll be now 2-2. 2-2 count. Wells on second base. And on deck is Easton Marler. And we'll take a time here. So now 2-2. Keep that 2-2 going here. And here's the pitch. Swing and miss there. And now Pepitone now has 3 strikeouts there. Now coming up, Easton Marler. So Pepitone now with 3 strikeouts here, and Easton Marler will try and see if he can get Pepitone off his game a little bit there. He'll swing and miss that one, 0-1. Grace now leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. And another strike there, so 0-2 count here. Now Pepitone starting to feel it a little bit after starting this half of the inning a little bit rough there. And the pitch. Got outside there, so that'll be 1-2 now. Pepitone also a pretty solid batter here for Grant as well. One of their top guys on offense. And the pitch just inside there. And so that'll help out Marler. And Marler now facing a 2-2 count here. 2-2, 2 outs. And we have Wells on second base. And got him to swing and miss there. And Pepitone now with 4 strikeouts in this ball game after Marler strikes out here. So got a run across the board here for Grace Christian, and even though they have 1 left on base there, but Grace Christian strikes first, 1-0 lead against Grant here after 2 innings. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, and we'll be right back in about a few moments. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to GSPN, the Grace Sports Programming Network. This is Lamar Gafford here live here for tonight's game between the Grace Christian Warriors and the Grant Cougars. Grace Christian leading 1-0 after 2 innings of play. We're in the top of the third inning here, and Brody Berry, the catcher for the Cougars, will be getting ready to take his swings here against Logan Markle. Markle already with 3 strikeouts in this ball game here. And the pitch. Strike right there to Barry. Barry this season is hitting .227, and he has himself home run and 9 RBI. And Barry will swing and miss there for strike 2. So 0-2 count now. And the pitch. Got him going there. So that'll be Markle's 4th strikeout of the ball game here. As his theme song, put a K on him, comes out. Mason Berman now coming up to the plate here for Grant, the first baseman for the Cougars. And the pitch. Berman will swing and miss there for strike 1. And here comes the pitch. Inside there. And so that'll be 0-2 count there. And Markle not taking any time here. He wants to get this thing done quickly. And that'll be a ball there. So 1-2 count now. Markle, no drop off after that 16 strikeout performance against Vols Charter on Tuesday, already with 4 so far today. And here comes the pitch. Inside, and Berman was able to lay that one off, and he get a ball there. So 2-2 count, 1 out. And here comes the pitch. Got him swinging and missing upstairs. So that'll be now 5 strikeouts for Markle. And Markle already having himself a pretty good week. 21 strikeouts this week here. He's already had a 20 strikeout gem against Washita. Now coming up is Carson Nation. And the pitch, strike there. Nation has scored 21 runs here for the Cougars so far this season. He's a good catalyst for them as well. As the 9-hole hitter, he normally gets things going for the top of this lineup here for Grant. So he would like to try to get on base and do the same thing. 1-1 count. Inside, so that'll be 2-1 now. And here comes the pitch. That'll be 3-1 now. Here to Nation. And the pitch. And he'll take a walk there, and Nation will get on base here. And now Cole Pepitone will now come up here to the bat. So far, Grant, no hits here, but they have been able to get on base here 3 times via the walk. Pepitone now coming up to the plate here. And Pepitone swings and misses for strike 1. Pepitone this season for batting .407. He has himself a home run and 14 RBI, but he also has a team leading 30 runs. And Nation able to get back to first base after that pickoff attempt. Pepitone is one of 3 guys. And Nation is one of 3 guys here batting .400 here for the Cougars. And we got ourselves a time, so we're going to, Mike Bro, the coach of Grant, getting a chance to talk to one of the officials to see what is going on here. And we're going to see what's going on there. And looks like after that chit chat and a couple of warm up throws there. Here. So we're right back now. So again, Pepe Tone now batting here. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Nation at first base for Grant. And the pitch. And Nation, a good hard hit ball, but that will be Courtwright, who just can't come down with it. And that will mean Pepitone will take first base, and that moves over Nation to second base there. Here, so what a way again to start things off here. Grant now got runners on first and second, and now Cam Duran coming up here to the plate here. Grant trailing 1-0, but they would love to at least tie up this ball game at this stretch right here. And that'll be a ball right there. So 1-0 count here. And here comes the pitch. And the pitch. Duran, strike right there. So now it's going to be 1-1. Duran, only 8 games so far this season. Got a little bit of a late start here, but and the pitch from Markle. He'll foul that one off. So now 1-2 there. Duran got a little bit of a late start here, came in late here in the middle of the month, but you can see with him back in the lineup, that's kind of helped out Grant here in getting in this winning stretch here for them. And the pitch. Got him swinging there, and that'll be another strike there. 6 strikeouts now for Logan Markle, and he has not slowed down from that Vols Charter game. But once again, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left on base at the top of the 3rd inning. And through 2.5 innings here, Grace Christian 1, Grant 0. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in a few. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here from Merrill Blackburn Field at Josh Brown Stadium. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN-Grace Sports and Programming Network. And we are right back here between today's ball game between Grace Christian and Grant. Grace now leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Want to also give a shout out to our guys at DBAT Alexandria for sponsoring tonight's ball game and every ball game here that we have all season long. And also wanted to invite everybody out to Calle Fuego on Sunday for our coaches show, the Warrior Diamond Weekly. And speaking of, the softball team got themselves a big 17-2 victory against St. Joe's Placerville. So we'll get a chance to talk to Mark Rozier and Josh Brown about everything, all things Warriors and Lady Warriors at Calle Fuego, 5 o'clock tomorrow. Up now, Cooper Courtwright. And he'll take strike 1 at first and then take ball 1 at second. So now 1-1 count here to Courtwright. And the pitch. That'll be 2-1 count now to Courtwright. And here goes the pitch. Swings and misses there. So 2-2 now. Pepitone matching strikeout for strikeout here with Markle. And Courtright, he'll hit that one high and hard, but Carson Nation was able to come down with that catch there, as that was just a big fly there. And of course, we talked about the wind kind of blowing in and also blowing a little bit to the left. Well, did that this time. Tyler Ricardo now coming up to the plate here for the Warriors. And the pitch. And Cordo will take a look at ball one. So I think that's going to be a 1-0 count there. Quick pitch there for Pepitone. Looks like there's going to be a 2-0 count there for Pepitone. Now that's going to make it 3-0 as that pitch was a little bit too inside. Get to the heart of the order here for Grace Christian after Ricardo. We got McDaniel, Barkle, and Epnetz coming up. And that'll be a walk there. Ricardo will draw a walk. And now we'll get Brady McDaniel coming up to the plate.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 19, Brady McDaniel.
And just outside there for ball one. We were talking about the Lady Warriors got themselves, like we said, a 17-2 victory against St. Joe's. And a strike there. So one out there for that one. Winley Vincent was the star of that game. Three for 4. She had 2 RBI. And McDaniel will pop that one up, and looks like it's going to be Futrell that's going to catch that one there for the outs. So 2 outs now, and we got Logan Markle coming up to the plate. Also in that 17-2 softball game, Bella Acree, she had a couple of RBI, and Hannah Stokes had 3 RBI in that one. Acree and Stokes were able to hit home runs in that game there. So shout out once again to the Lady Warriors. Coming up now, Logan Markle. Here. And so now, 0-0 count, 2 outs. Markle will foul that one off, and that'll be 0-1. And somebody behind us is going to give themselves a free souvenir because of that. And the pitch. Strike. So 0-2 now to Markle. As Pepitone now trying to see if he can do what Markle has done tonight here, striking players out. And the pitch. Just outside. So that's going to be 1-2 now to Markle. If Markle's able to get through, Talon Epnet is on deck. Just outside. So now 2-2 counts to Logan Markle. And just gets him back right there. So now, once again, 2-2. 2-2 to Markle. And the pitch. High. So that'll be a full count now. Once again, our deepest apologies for last night's ball game. We were trying to get that stream. We were able to get that stream, but like I said, our deepest apologies about that one there. Everything's been kind of running smoothly today here. So the stars have been aligning, I think, and maybe also the sun is aligning as well, too. And the pitch. Got him swinging there, and now that'll be 5 strikeouts for Cole Pepitone as we'll end the 3rd inning right there for Grace Christian. So think no runs there, and no hits, no errors, and we also have one left on base here. So do 3 innings. Grace Christian 1 and Grant 0. And this is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in about a few moments. All right, we're right back here with From the Burn as we get ready to start the top of the 4th inning here. And a good hard hit there by Miles Futrell, but Cooper Courtwright was able to try to throw it to Brady McDaniel, but it gets off the bag there. So Futrell is able to get on the first base after that play there. Here. So he was able to get off the bag there, and Futrell gets himself a hit as a result there. So Coach Josh Brown, he's going to try to talk it over with the official to see what happened there. My cameraman, Randy Leffler, was telling me here he was not off. Now, we don't get the benefits of instant replay. We don't have ABS here, so we don't have that here. So basically, they're just going to see what they're going to have. We're going to have ourselves a discussion between the umpires and see what they see. We'll get ourselves a official ruling afterwards here, after all of that. As I wanted to say here, yep, and so the call is going to stand. So Futrell gets himself a hit as a result there. So Futrell batting .425 this season for this Grant team and been one of the top players, and you can see why. That first pitch single, able to get on base after that. All right, so Landon Fletcher now coming up here as the cleanup hitter for the Cougars. And Futrell trying to see if he can get on to second base. He's going to be running into a pickle there, and he gets thrown out here after that pickoff attempt. So I guess it all works out. Kind of there in the end there. Oh, wait a minute. So they're going to give Futrell the second base there as a result. So they're going to claim, I guess they're going to claim interference. So as a result, Futrell, he's going to take second base off of that pickoff attempt there. And man, that's going to get Coach Brown a little bit hot there. So he's going to get a chance to talk to these guys once again. The other thing I also wanted to mention about Futrell, this season, 26 stolen bases, and this is going to be an interesting call here to see what goes on there. But looks like he's going to take second base and keep second base there. So as a result here. So again, 2 calls, and we were kind of interesting there, but hey, it is what it is. Here, Futrell is at second base. Landon Fletcher is at the plate here. 0-0 count. And Fletcher, he'll take strike 1 there. Fletcher this season, another one of Grant's top batters here. He's batting right now, 417. Has an on-base percentage of 506. And he'll chop that one, but that's be foul. Fletcher batting 417, has an on-base percentage of 506, OPS of 1123. And so he's been one of Grant's top players so far this season. Also has driven in 22 runs. So a dangerous batter here. And if Marco can see if he can get him out here. 0-2 counts. 0-2 counts. And here comes the pitch. Just outside. So 1-2 there to Fletcher. Up next here on deck will be Nick Jewell. Nick Jewell will be coming up here for the Cougars. Coming up next. 1-2 count to Fletcher. And here we go. Striking. Got him looking there. And that'll be another K for Mark. So far, 7 Ks now for Logan Markle. 2 of them now looking in the looking variety. So now Nick Jewell now coming up here for the Cougars. And Futrell. Marco try to see if he can pick him off here a second, but is able to get him still there. It's been a windy day here, and you can feel that here in the press box. And the pitch. That's going to be just slow and the inside. So that's going to be 1-0 count there. All right, so 1-0 now to Jewell. And here comes the pitch. Jewell, he'll foul that one off to the left, the first base side. So now 1-1 count to Nick Jewell. It's a lovely time just to get ourselves a snack. And here we go once again, 1-1. Fouled that one off. So now 1-2 here. Hey, I tell you what, thing, our cameraman, he's got to eat too. I think that was my lunch. Nah. I'm kidding. 1-2 count here to Nick Jewell of the Grant Cougars. And Marco gathers himself. Getting ready here for the pitch. Jewell swings and misses there. And Marco now up to 8 Ks so far in this one. All right, so Braxton Woodard now up here. Shortstop for Grant. And here we go. Woodard, he'll swing and miss there. As I said earlier here, so far this season, Grant has 7 home runs. Woodard has 2 of them. So he's leading the team in that power category there. And the pitch. Outside there, so it's going to be 1-1. So here we go again, and got ourselves Woodard against Markle. And the pitch. Strike there. So that's going to be now 1-2 here. Woodard against Markle. Miles Futrell is on second base. And Woodard is the guy that can try to bring him home. If he can get to center field, he's got a good shot here. It's going to be outside. It's a 2-2 count. As you can see, they infield playing a little bit to the right here. Epinette is shaded a little bit towards Pierre Lemoyne. And the hit. And that's will be fouled off there by Woodard. So we'll do the 2-2 all over again. 2-2 count, 2 outs. And again, Miles Futrell is on second base. And here goes the pitch. Got him looking for strike 3, and Logan Markle now up to 9 strikeouts here. And now in the top of the fourth inning there. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base here. So Grant 0, Grace Christian 1. Grace Christian leading 1-0 through 3.5 innings of play here from the Burn. We'll be right back in a few moments here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here to Merrill Blackburn Village, Josh Brown Stadium. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. As we get ready to get into the bottom of the fourth inning, we got Talon Epinette coming up now for Grace Christian. And he'll take a look at strike 1. So 0-1 count there. Epinette, Wells, and Fuller was due up in this half of the inning. He'll take a ball there. So 1-1 count there. And here comes the pitch. And he'll lay off of that one. So that'll be 2-1 here. And that one. So once again, getting ready to get into this one. And good hit there by Epinette. But he'll fly that one. And a nice diving catch by Miles Futrell to come away with the first out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And you can kind of tell Futrell kind of got a little bit held up on that one. Didn't know which way it was going to come there, but he was able to recover away with that out there. You can tell this is why he's one of Grant's top players here for this season. Now coming up is Brayden Wells, and Wells, he'll chop that one to third base, and that gets through the third baseman, and he's able to get on with a hit there. So Wells, first pitch he saw, able to get a good hit out of that one, and able to get on base. So now Gage Fuller coming up here. As I said before, Wells was the guy that actually got us going here with the scoring. RBI base hit in the top of the second inning. And so far, that's been the difference The only difference of this ball game here, the only run of this ball game in this one. Gage Fuller now coming up to the plate for the Warriors. And the pitch. Strikes. So now he's facing a 1-1 count there. Up. Try to see if he could pick off Wells. And Wells was not going for that one. Beautiful night, beautiful day at the ballpark here. And there goes the bunt attempt, and Fuller will bunt that one foul. So 1-2 count. A beautiful day here in Alexandria. Just only thing we have is wind, hard blowing wind here inside. But other than that, without a cloud in the sky, just a great, great day here to be outside. And the pitch. Chopped that one there, foul, and Fuller will leave to see another day. We got ourselves a good matchup here between Pepe Tone and Logan Markle here. And Pepe Tone now missed the mark a little bit there. It's 2-2 now. Coming up next will be JP Harrell, who is on deck for your Warriors. And Wells able to get right back there to second base. All right. So here we go once again. 2-2 count. And the pitch. Fuller staying alive here once again. So now facing a, again, 2-2 count here. And the pitch. Ball 3. So 3-2 now here for Fuller. 1-2. So he's now looking here at his 8th pitch to Savat. And the pitch. Got him swinging there for a strike, but Wells able to see if he can try to steal second base, strike him out, throw it out there, and Brody Berry was able to get him out at second base there. So nice double play there as he was able to. Cole Pepitone now gets his 6th strikeout of the ball game by getting Fuller out. And then, as a result, Brody Berry was able to get Wells out. Wells out at second base here. So, we pretty much in the bottom of the 4th inning like this. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on base. Grace Christian 1, Grant 0 through 4 innings of play. This is Lamar Gafford with GSPN. We'll be right back in a few. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to GSPN, the Grace Sports and Programming Network. And through 4 innings, Grace Christian leading 1-0 against Grant. So once again, getting to the top of the 5th inning here. Grant has now Brody Berry up at the plate. And the pitch. Berry swings and misses for strike one. So 0-1 count now. This bottom part of the lineup here, this first time, did not fare too well against Merrill, as he was able to get strikeouts against those guys. Merrill looking to see if he can keep this thing going there, just like that. And here comes the pitch. Merrill will get Berry to foul off. Due up in this inning here would be Brody Berry, Mason Berneman, and Carson Nation. And the pitch. Low, and that'll be 2-2. So here we go once again. And this one. And the pitch. Inside to Berry. And Berry now getting himself a 3-2 count. Working his way to a full count now against Merrill. And here comes the pitch. And a nice hit there by Berry. And it gets through. And it gets through there for a hit. So that'll be a double. That'll be a double there by Brody Berry. Nice piece of hitting there. And it looked like it just got past J.P. Harrell there. So we're going to see if how they reward that here. But nice piece of hitting there by Brody Berry. And Grant is now going to get themselves a courtesy runner up in here. And that courtesy runner is going to be T.J. Hamilton. So T.J. Hamilton will be the courtesy runner for the Cougars, as now Mason Berneman comes up to the plate. We got ourselves time here. So Berneman now coming up here for the Cougars. And Hamilton. And they're going to try to see if they got themselves a they tried to see if they got the trick play going there, but Hamilton not going for that one. Not going for that one. And you could kind of tell they had something up their sleeves there, but he was not gonna go for that one at that place there. And the pitch just outside. And there comes Hamilton. He's able now to go to third base as a result there. And he's able to get there as a result of that drop pitch there. So now Hamilton, that is his 6th stolen base. That is going to be his 6th stolen base there. And he has 4 runs, but he's a very effective lead runner here. That's the reason why you have him as a courtesy runner in this case. Berneman, 1-0. And that'll be a time there. Grant can tie this one up here. They got the runner not too far away here from home. A sharp hit there for Berneman can do this here. Here, gets away from Wells a little bit there, but Wells is still able to track that one down. So 2-0 now. Carson Nation is on deck for the Cougars. And the pitch. Strike there. So now it is going to be a 2-1 here. In this one. And here comes the pitch. Good hit there by Berneman. And Harrell able to throw to get that one to Braden McDaniel for the out. there, but TJ Hamilton scores, and now Grant ties this one up here at 1-1. And now the Cougars and the Warriors battling each other here in this one here. Good pitchers duel. Great one there by TJ Hamilton here. After that hit there by Berneman, was able to get him through. All right, Carson Nation now coming up to the plate here for the Cougars. And the pitch again. Nation swings at a couple of them there. Now that makes it 0-2 count. And as you can see, it's windy out there. And Merrill loses his hat there as a result. And Merrill not wasting any time. And got him looking there for strike 3. And Merrill now up to 10 Ks so far in this one here. As now we get to Cole Pepitone coming up to the plates. So 2 outs now in the top of the 5th inning. Grant ties up the game. Nice curve there by Merrill, but that did not break, so that's now a 1-0 count there. And the pitch. Strike there, so now 1-1. As I was saying before here, Grant able to tie up this one here after TJ Hamilton scored on a hit by Berneman. Fielder's choice there, and he'll get the RBI for that. But it's now 1-1 in that one. Pepitone now facing a 2-2 count after going upstairs. So 2-2. And here comes the pitch. Just outside. So full count now to Pepitone. Cam Duran is on deck. But we got ourselves a duel between these two pitchers here. Pepitone fouls that one off and lives to see another one. So full count now to Pepitone. 2 outs here. And this top part of the lineup here for Grant has been really, really good this season. And Pepitone will foul that one off once again. Souvenirs for everybody. So here we go once again. 3-2 count to Cole Pepitone. Top of the 5th inning. And the pitch. Pepitone again fouling that one off and waking himself here. Good at bat here. That's 3 straight fouls that he has hit back. And he is battling in this one. Calls time there. So far, Pepitone has been looking at a 10-pitch at bat. And got him swinging there. Merrill gets him out there for that one. And Merrill had to work for that one every little bit for that strikeout there, as that was basically a 9-pitch at bat, but able to get there in that one. But however, Grant was able to get a run across the board there after that ground out there. So here, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on base. But right now, Grant 1, Grace Christian 1 as we get into the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in a few moments.
Number 24, Jacob Merrill.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're right back here from GSPN. This is Lamar Gafford for the Grace Sports and Programming Network here. Once again, back live here from Merrill Blackburn Field at Josh Brown Stadium. Beautiful day for a ball game here. Not a cloud in the sky here in Alexandria. And got ourselves a 70-degree day here. So nice day out here for a ball game. JP Harrell up to the plate. He'll follow that one out. So now facing an 0-2 count here. Due up in this inning, it'll be Harold Mahler and Cooper Courtwright. And Harold will take ball one. So 1-2 count now to Harold. And the pitch. Just outside there, too. So now 2-2 to Harold. And here comes the pitch. Got him looking there off of that curve. And now Kyle Pepitone up to now 7 strikeouts in this one here. Cole Pepitone currently with Pepitone currently has it's up there to 73 pitches so far in this game. So he's been efficient. Easton Mahler will foul that one off here. So he'll get a 0-1 right there. And the pitch. A little high there. So that'll be now 1-1 counts. 1-1 counts now to Easton Mahler. And a pitch. Strike. So he'll drop that in there for a strike. 1-2 count now. As I said earlier, Cooper Courtwright is on deck, ready. And a good hit by Mahler. He'll get to third base, and he's able to throw that one easily to first there for the 5-3 play. Landon Fletcher with a nice throw to Mason Berneman. Here. And now that sets up Cooper Courtwright coming up to the plate.
Now back to Grace Christian, number 42, Cooper Courtwright.
And Cooper Courtwright would love to see if he can get this rally going here for Grace. He'll take a look at strike one there. So 0-1 counts. 0-1, 2 outs. And Pepitone is rearing back quickly. Strike two. So that's going to be, I think, 1-2 now to Cooper Courtwright. And the pitch. Courtwright will hit that one to left field, and that's going to be just foul as Grant ran out of real estate there on that one. As we said before, it was a little bit windy earlier, but now the wind not really blowing like it was earlier in this ball game here. But when it was blowing pretty much to the left. So there's that. Cooper Courtwright now. Again, 1-2 count here. Just outside. So now 2-2. And here we go. Got him looking there for strike three. And Courtwright, Pepitone now is at 8 strikeouts in this one here. So basically, we kind of end the inning like this here. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base in the bottom of the 5th inning. Through 5 innings, we got ourselves a good ball game here on a beautiful day here at the Burn. Grant won. Grace Christian won. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in a few moments. And ladies and gentlemen, we're right back here from GSPN, this Grace Sports and Programming Network. I'm Lamar Gafford. I'm your host today. And beautiful game here at Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. Got ourselves a good one here. Through 5 innings, Grant won, Grace Christian won, and we got ourselves the money innings now coming in here into the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning here. Due up in this one here for Grant, we got Cam Duran, Miles Futrell, and Landon Fletcher. So some heavy hitters now for this Grant Cougar lineup. Cam Duran now is up to the plate here for the Cougars. And the pitch. Strike. So 0-1 count there to Duran. So far, Marco has pitched 85 pitches, has thrown 85 pitches. Pepitone has thrown 84. Here, nice swing and miss there. So 0-2 count. So both of the pitchers, I think, can probably finish this one here if they get by clean with some clean innings here. Got him going upstairs there for strike 3, and that's now number 12 here for Logan Markle here as he continues to deal. Only 1 hit given up this whole ball game here. And one of those hits was given up by basically Miles Futrell. Well, they called that one as he was off the bag there, but Brody Berry was one of those hits there. But anyway, Futrell, 0 for 2 in this game here. Would love to get another hit here. Futrell was one of the guys here from Grant. I think he made it onto the All-Sinai team last season, and he's been continuing his strong play for the Cougars. So now, 2-1 count to Futrell. And the pitch. Futrell, he'll sky that one up, and we'll see if we can be able to get that one. But the Warriors ran out of real estate there, and Futrell will live to see another day. 2-2 counts now to Futrell. 1 out. Here. And all right, so we're getting ready to get to play. So strong matchup here. And Marco will throw that one outside. So now that's 3-2. Strong matchup here between Marco and Futrell. As the ball gets away for a minute. And this is what you show. This is what you see. What you're made out of here. Matchups like these. Hitting and pitching matchups here. And Futrell, he'll hit that one hard. And looks like that's going to go out here. And Miles Futrell now gives the Cougars a 2-1 lead after that home run. And man, that was right there in his wheelhouse. And Futrell, man, good hitter here for the Cougars. And you can see why there. With that hit there. So he was able to get a home run off of that one. And now Grant leads 2-1 in the top of the 6th inning. All right, now up is Landon Fletcher here for the Cougars. As you can hear him still celebrating Futrell's home run. And we got ourselves a interesting discussion here between Coach Josh Brown and one of the umpires here. And I think they're exchanging Christmas cards and exchanging Christmas cards and stuff like that. trying to get their addresses and everything. So I'm pretty sure they're also talking about dinner reservations after the ball game. All right, so we still got ourselves a conversation here. Still trying to must be exchanging, like I say, exchanging addresses and gift cards and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure we got ourselves some good restaurants here, obviously. Anyway, let's after all of that, let's get ready to get right back into play here. So we got Landon Fletcher for the Grant Cougars coming up to the bats. 0-1 count here. 1 out here. Again, for those that are just getting back into this one here, it's the top of the third, and now we got ourselves a mound conference here between Coach Josh Brown and Logan Markle. And now we're going to see what they're going to do here in the top of the sixth inning here. So 1-1, 1 out. Grant was able to take the lead here in the top of the sixth inning after Miles Futrell's home run. And so we're going to see here if Coach Josh Brown is going to take out his lefty and keep him in there here. And I'll tell you one thing. He has been pitching really, really good today here. Just only a couple of pitches here that have kind of gone away from him here in this one. But he's still been able to pitch a gem. And this whole week he's been able to pitch a gem. That 16 strikeout performance he had against Avoyelles Charter, that was a good one there. And he's still been able to do a very solid job against this Grant team here. But, Cole Pepitone has also been matching him pitch by pitch as well. And Pepitone, so far in this game, 8 strikeouts here. And so you got ourselves a very nice pitching duel between two really good pitchers that neither of them really want to give this game up. Neither of them really want to lose this ball game here. And again, just a beautiful day here. Beautiful game between both teams. So once again, Fletcher up to the plate here. And he is now facing a 2-1, 2-2 count. 2-1. So the pitch again, 3-1 now here. So 3-1 to Landon Fletcher. Due up will be Nick Jewell. And the pitch there. Fletcher able to smoke that one through the gap and able to get on as a single right there after all of that there. So Fletcher, he had to work. He had to wait a little bit for that hit there, but he still was able to get on base there. All right, so now Nick Jewell now coming up to the bats here for the Cougars. And they're going to see if they can try to get Fletcher off. And no, Fletcher stays right back there after that pickoff attempt. And again, another pickoff attempt. Fletcher gets right back there to first base. And here goes the pitch. So upstairs there, the Jewel. 1-0 count. And here we go. Fletcher right back there. So gets back on to first base after that attempt again. I tell you one thing, that home run by Futrell has really woken up this 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 Grant dugout. Swings and misses there by Jules. So now that is a 1-1. And the pitch. Showing bunts. And Jules able to pull it back. So now that's going to be a 2-1 count. Coming up here for Grace, they have a home game against Harrisonburg on Tuesday. Then they travel to Jonesboro Hodge on Wednesday and go to Harrisonburg on Thursday. Fletcher safe after that. Another pickoff attempt there. And here we go. So 2-1 counts. And showing bunt again. But Jewel able to draw a strike there. So 2-2. Woodard is on deck. Braxton Woodard is on deck. And Nick Jewell high. So 2-2 count. Again, Grace has Harrisonburg on Tuesday. Travel to Jonesboro Hodge on Wednesday, and then traveling to Harrisonburg on Thursday. So that is our upcoming schedule for the Warriors. And the pitch. Swings and misses there for strike, and going to see if he can get there. He does. Fletcher takes second base after all of that there, but Markle comes away with his another strikeout there. So he now has a good amount of strikeouts here. He's up to 13 so far in this ball game. Braxton Woodard now coming up to the plate. All right, so as I said before, we now have Braxton Woodard up at the plate. Logan Markle now with 13 strikeouts here, but Landon Fletcher was able to steal second base after that strike him out, throw him out attempt. All right, so Woodard, 1-0 counts. He has a runner on first base in Fletcher. A runner on second base in Fletcher. And the pitch. Nice little slurve right there by Markle. But that does not get his mark. So 2-0 counts. And now the pitch. Strike. So 2-0, 2-1 right there. So we go. 2-1 counts to Braxton Woodard. And the pitch. Low. So that'll be now 3-1 here to Woodard. Brody Berry is on the on-deck circle. And Berry, he's one of the guys that has gotten the hit off of Markle today. And the pitch. And he'll take the walk there. And as a result, Fletcher, he was going to get ready to try to steal third base, but he's able to get on the third right there. And now we got ourselves another mound conference here for Coach Josh Brown and Logan Markle. Now it's going to be very interesting to see what is he going to do here in this case. Markle is now up to triple digits in pitches. And as a result, Markle is now up to 110 pitches here. So you got to think here. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what does he do here in this case. Does he trust him to get the last batter, this batter out here? And it looks like they are going to trust in him to get this batter out here. So, again, I mean, you roll with your ace. You roll with your ace here, and you keep your ace in the ball game here in this case. Here, so. But you got to think here, this might be Markle's last batter here, or at least his last out here that he can probably try to get in the inning. All right, so we got Brody Berry now up here for the Cougars. And just outside. Berry was able to get one of those hits here against Markle today, and he's now 1 for 2 tonight. Pitch there, Berry, and Woodard able to get to second base unimpeded. So he'll steal that. And so Woodard at second, Fletcher at third. And now we got ourselves an RISP situation here for Brody Berry. Upstairs, so that's going to be 3-0 count. And the pitch. Strike. So now 3-1. Markle has battled from counts like this before this season. Strike there. So now got ourselves a full count here. And again, like I said, trusting your ace. Trusting your ace here. And that's what he's done here. And here we go. And that's going to be a walk right there. So we got full count here. Mason Berneman now coming up to the plate. And now Coach Josh Brown once again comes out to the mound, and Markle gives him the ball. And so that means Markle's night is done. So good game for him pitching here. And looks like right now we are going to go with Cooper Courtwright pitching here for the Warriors. So good day here for Markle. Just kind of got away from him a little bit in this inning here in this one. But still, 13 strikeouts. A pretty solid performance for him. And definitely right there, these last two performances that he's had here. Striking out 16 against Vols Charter, striking out 13 against Grant. You know, he has definitely cemented himself as one of the top premier pitchers in Central Louisiana this season. By the way, shout out to Harrison Vapnek from KLB. They did a great story on Logan, by the way, after his 16 strikeout game against the Vols Charter. So go on to klb.com and you can get a chance to look at that. And a lot of good things that he said about that feature story. And again, we love it here with those guys and all that. So again, Cooper Courtwright now coming out here and pitching and getting his last throws in. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a short break here until we get right back. This is Lamar Gafford with GSPN. All right, we are right back here from the Burn, Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN here, and we are getting ready to get back out here and to play here. Cooper Courtwright will now come out to the mound here. Logan Markle just got pulled here in this inning with the bases loaded now. Markle good night here for him. 5 2/3 innings pitched. He had 13 strikeouts, 4 walks. Just got a little bit of away from him in this inning here, as now Courtwright is going to try to finish this one here. And he's going to be called for a balk there. So Courtwright, that will send in right now Fletcher. So Fletcher will come in. Everybody moves up a base here. And so now Grant takes a 3-1 lead here with Mason Berneman up at the plates. So that balk call, again, moves Fletcher, allows him to go home, and everybody now bases are runners on second and third here now for Berneman. Grant now up 3-1 on Grace Christian in the top of the sixth inning. All right, so Berneman. 0-1 count here for him and Grant. And here comes the pitch. Berneman will chop that one, but chop that one foul. So now that'll be 0-2. Carson Nation is on the on-deck circle. And Courtwright will try to nail this one down just outside there. So now 1-2 count here for Courtwright. And the pitch. Got him looking there for strike 3. And Courtwright able to get out of that jam right there for that one there. But Grant was able to plate a couple of runners up at the plate here. One off of a balk and another one off of Miles Futrell's solo home run there. So Grant now taking a 3-1 lead after 5.5 innings. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning with Grace Christian coming up here up next. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from Merrill Blackburn Field at Josh Brown Stadium, home of lovely England Air Park in Alexandria, Louisiana. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. And Tyler Ricardo is up to the plate, and he'll hit that one to left field, and it gets him a single right off the bat. So, hey, what a way to jumpstart the offense right then and there. So, now coming up will be Brady McDaniel. As you can see, these two, I mean, Ricardo, ever since he's gotten back into the lineup here, he's been giving a jolt here to this Warrior lineup. And McDaniel, that'll be a ball. So 1-0 count now. And the pitch. McDaniel, he'll hit that one high. And that'll be, it gets past the left fielder there. Ricardo, we'll see if he can try to get to third base. And he'll get to third base easily there. Good double there by Brady McDaniel. And now, just like that, the Grace Christian Warriors have the tying run in scoring position for Logan Marco coming up. And now we got ourselves a Mound Conference now for Grant, as Coach Mike Bro gets a chance to talk to Cole Pepitone and try and see what he can do to settle him down. So 2 solid hits there for Grace Christian. And now you're talking about them getting now some good momentum going forward in this inning here. And looks like Coach Bro is going to stay with Pepitone. Pepitone has 8 strikeouts here, but this is the toughest situation he's been in so far in this one. And again, you got the tying run at second base here. So Ocordo at third, McDaniel at second. Now Logan Markle now coming up to the plate here for Grace Christian. Just outside there. So 1-0 count now to Markle. Markle's the cleanup hitter, and if he can clean this up, we'll tie. It's 1-1. Like I said, Markle, cleanup hitter here, and if he cleans up these bases, we're tied right back into this ball game here. The pitch. Markle swings and misses there. So 1-2 count now in that one. And Markle, he'll pop that one up. And that'll go foul. Some fan from Dry Prong is leaving here with a good souvenir. Not Skip Carey there. Just outside. So now we got ourselves a good situation here. And the pitch. Just outside. Full count now to Markle. And here comes the pitch. Just outside, Markle will draw a walk. So now the bases are loaded here now for Talon Epnet.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 5, Talon Epnet.
So Talon Epnet now coming up to the plate here. So Markle at first, McDaniel at second, Ocordo at third. Epnet, he'll look at ball, he'll strike one, so 1-0. 0-1. And that'll be high there. So 1-1 count now to Epnet. Ooh, inside. That'll be a hit by pitch there. And Epnet will get on base, and everybody will move up a run, and that means Tyler Ocordo will get across the plate there. So now Grant leads Grace Christian 3-2 here, and Grace again has bases a little loaded here for Braden Wells. Gotta have a feeling here that is going to be it here for Cole Pepitone as he gives the ball now to Coach Mike Bro. And we're going to see who is going to be Grant's new pitcher here coming up here. So we're going to give ourselves a chance to pay some bills real quick. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN. We'll be right back in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're right back here from the Burn. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, the Great Sports Programming Network. And now we're in the bottom of the sixth inning here. Grace trailing 3-2 here, but we got the bases loaded against Grant here. And now Grant got themselves another pitcher here getting warming up. Braxton Woodard, the shortstop for the Cougars, is now coming in to try to see if he can finish this one out. So both of our pitchers have been replaced by the shortstops here coming into this ball game here. So pretty good game by Pepitone, but just like Marco, the sixth inning has kind of been a little bit of undoing here in this one. Pepitone finishes out tonight here, though, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 hits given up, 2 runs, and then also he has had 5 innings of work here. So now coming up, Braden Wells. And Wells, he'll file that one right back here. So now that'll be an 0-1 count there. Wells has the bases loaded here. So McDaniel at third, Marco at second, and Epinet at first. And a good hit there by Wells. He'll get the third. That'll be 6-4, 5-4, but still was not able to get that double play. And that means McDaniel comes across the bag, and we're now tied at 3-3 after that. Yeah, it was a nice grab there, but all the runners are a little bit too speedy there, so he can only get one of them out there, and that's able to get Grace here. No outs. I stand corrected. So no outs there after that one. So he was off the bag on that one there. So no outs here. We still got the bases are loaded here, and now that means Gage Fuller now coming up to the plate here. And he'll swing and miss right there. Once again, I got to give props here to my eagle-eyed cameraman, Mr. Randy Leffler here, for helping me out there on that one. All right, so he'll sky that one, and that'll be a foul right there. So, again, 1-2 count here. No outs. No outs. Just wanted to clarify that. No outs here, and we have the bases are loaded once again here. So, Marco at third, Epinet at second, and Wells at first. And Fuller, he'll get that one out here. And still is able to try to see in. So after all that, Grace is getting 2 runs now across the bag there. So as we still scoring at home, Fuller tries to hits the ball right there. Wells holds off of that one, allows Fuller to get to first here. So he's tagged out. And then Wells was going to try to get himself into a rundown to see if he can get the couple of runners up to the plate there. He's able to do that, succeed successfully there, and now Grace Christian taking themselves here a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the sixth inning here. And that was a smart play by Wells for doing all of that. Not just only to get 1 runner in across, but get 2 runners across. By the way, I need some water after that play. All right, so that's going to be up high there. 2-0 count there in that one. And we got J.P. Harrell now up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside there. So now 3-0. And it's crazy. This game has gone from a pitcher's duel where it didn't seem like anybody could score in this one, and the pitchers were dominating, to now it's opened up to more of an offensive type game here. And Harrell will call time there. And the pitch. Just outside, and that'll be a walk there for Harrell. So Easton Marler now coming up to the plate. So here's how we're looking like right now. We got J.P. Harrell at first, Gage Fuller at second. Fuller's heady play to try to see if he can get into a run now was able to get the Warriors a couple of runs across the board and help them take this 5-3 lead in the bottom of the sixth inning. And so far, I mean, I'd have to say that's got to be one of the plays of the ball game there. That'll be upstairs there to Marler. And if this one holds true, I have a feeling that we're going to be talking to Braden after that play. Strike there. So that's going to be a 1-1 situation. Marler showing bunt. And Coach Josh Brown telling them, hey, can't get outside the box there here. Now you got 2 strikes, so now he's going to have to swing away. And he'll take ball 2 there. So 2-2 count now. One out still. And a good hit there. Pops that one up there. And that'll be a foul ball there. So after all of that, I think Grant just ran out a little bit of real estate there in that play. All right, so once again, Marler up to the plate. Swings and misses there as Woodard now gets a strikeout here for him. So now coming up to the plate is Cooper Courtwright. So now Courtwright up to the plate here as we're getting ready to see what he can do here. Swings and misses there for strike 1. So again, we have Harrell at first, Wells at second. Grace Christian up 5-3 on Grant. Inside, and that'll be a hit by pitch up in the dome. So now we got ourselves a bases loaded situation here for Tyler Accordo. Accordo started this inning here with a first pitch hit. Here to help the Warriors out and to help them get this rally going. So now 1-0 count there to Accordo. Accordo has the bases loaded. And the pitch. Inside. So now it's 2-0 count. Courtwright at first, Harrell at second, and Wells at third. And a pitch. Strike. So 2-1. So the 2-1 count. We got 2 outs here to Tyler Ricordo. And the pitch. Just inside. So Ricordo now going to a 3-1 count here. And here comes the pitch. He'll walk, and that'll send in Braden Wells. And so, just like that here, Grace Christian now up 6-3 as Braden McDaniel now comes up to the plate. So, B-Mac now, he has Accordo at first, Courtwright at second, and Merrill at third. And that'll be a good idea for B-Mac. 1-0 count. Outside there. So now 2-0 count there for B-Mac. He's got the bases loaded. And here comes the pitch. Strike. So now 2-1 for Brady McDaniel. And here comes the pitch. Just outside. So now 3-1 count to McDaniel. And you got to think here, if you're Braxton Woodard, you got to try to see if you can get this one across the plate here. And the pitch. Outside, and that'll be another ball. So that means another bases loaded walk there. As now that means J.P. Harrell, he'll come across the plate. And now it is 7-3, Grace Christian. So Logan Markle will come up, but not before another mound conference here. And Coach Bro talking to Braxton Woodard to see what he's going to do. Now he only has him, his catcher. So I'm thinking Coach is trying to make sure that they're both on the same page. Yep, I think they're just trying to make sure that they're both on the same page. As this one here. Both of them are communicating very, very well here. All right, so we have Logan Markle now coming up to the plate. He has the bases loaded. And he'll take strike one. So 0-1 here. And the pitch. Inside. So that's going to be now a 1-1 count here. And a nice piece of hitting there, but that'll go foul for Markle. Due up for Grant in the top of the seventh will be Carson Nation, Cole Pepiton, and Cam Durant. Just outside there to Markle as he had to duck down a little bit there. So now we got ourselves 2-2. Twos all across the board. Bases still loaded here for Logan Markle. And the pitch. Markle will foul that one off. And so we'll do the 2-2 once again. And here's the 2-2. Got him swinging there for strike 3 for Braxton Woodard. And Woodard now with his second strikeout of this one. But, man, Grace Christian able to counter Grant's 2 runs in the 6th inning with 6 runs of their own. Grace Christian 7, Grant 3 through 6 innings of play. We're getting to the top of the 7th inning here for GSPN. This is Lamar Gafford. We'll be right back in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here from the Burn. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, the Great Sports and Programming Network here. We're getting into the top of the 7th inning. Grace Christian leading 7-3 against Grant here. And we have Cooper Courtright. He'll try to see if he can finish this one and nail this one down here in this matchup here coming up here. So the guys that we have coming up here for Grant's Carson Nation, Cole Pepitone, and Cam Durant. And so he starts things off here with a ball. 1-0 count there to Carson Nation. And that's going to be a dead ball there. And Nation, he gets hit by a pitch there. So he'll take his base here. And so now Cole Pepitone now comes up. And so now you get the top of the order here coming up now for Grant as they see if they can try to claw their way back into this ball game here. And nice hit there. And that'll drop into the outfield. So Pepitone, he'll drop that one here for a base hit. And just like that, Grant now has runners on first and second here with Cam Durant now coming up to the plate. You got the tying run on deck in Miles Futrell. And so, as I said before, Pepitone is on first. Nation is on second. Here, Durant, he'll take ball 1 there. So 1-0 count here. 1-0, no outs. Runners on first and second. And good hit there by that one. They'll see if they can try to get that play at first. And it looks like they were able to get that play at first here for Durant. But Durant moved the runners up, most importantly. So Pepitone goes to second. Nation goes to third. Miles Futrell coming up to the bag, to the plate. Futrell, the last time he was up, he hit a home run. He hit a solo shot to left center field. Curve right there for Futrell. Now he faces a 1-0 count. Landon Fletcher is on the on-deck circle here. And the pitch. Futrell, he'll chop that one to third, and Accordo, he'll try to throw it there to McDaniel, but got him. Got him just out there, so he was able to make that play. So none of the runners go across, and the umpire does call him out there in that case. He was able to recover. McDaniel was able to recover there. So now you got 2 outs here. Fletcher now up to the plate. Again, you have the Nation at third. Pepitone at second. Nation at third. Pepitone at second. And now Landon Fletcher will try to see if he can extend this ball game here for Grant. And the pitch. Just outside. So Fletcher now to a 2-0 count here. Nick Jewell is on the on-deck circle. He represents the tying run. A strike there. So now 2-1 count. Cooper Courtright trying to see if he can finish up this ball game here. And the pitch. Strike. So now 2-2. 2-2 count, 2 outs here. And Courtright trying to see if he can nail this one down here to try to see if he can get the win. And the pitch. Inside, and that's going to be ball 3. So full count now. Again, Nick Jewell is on the on-deck circle. He represents the tying run. But Landon Fletcher is up there at the plate. Courtright fires. And that'll be fouled off. So here we go again. Full count. 2 outs here. And again, you got runners on second and third for Landon Fletcher. And the pitch. Fletcher, he'll hit that one, sky that one to right. And guess what? Pierre Lemoyne comes down with it with the catch to end the ball game there. So Grace Christian getting a little offensive in the 6th inning with those 6 runs in the 6th. And that helps them out here coming away with a nice win. 7-3 for the Warriors as they win that ball game here. And man, that was an amazing performance for 2 good pitchers here. Cole Pepitone and Logan Markle. Neither of them, unfortunately, get the decision as a result of that one. Well, Pepitone, I think, gets the loss after that one. But, man, still good games between those 2 guys. But 2 great performances by both of those teams in the 6th inning as they were able to come away and to make this one a very solid game. I think both of these teams definitely got better as a result of this ball game here. But once again, man, an amazing game here between 2 solid teams. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing both of these teams as they try to get into the postseason as well here in this case. We're going to try and see after the ball game for our interviews. We're going to try and see who we can talk to. We're going to try to, at least we're definitely going to talk to Coach Josh Brown, but I got a feeling that we're also probably going to talk to Braden Wells and somebody else here that we can try and see if we can probably get as well from this Grace team here. But once again, Grace Christian 7, Grant 3. This is Lamar Gafford for GSPN, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes here with our interviews for the post game here. Grace goes now to 22-2, while this Grant team now drops to 10-16 here. But I got a feeling both of these teams are going to be really helped out here in the power ratings. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Don't just turn that dial here, and we'll be back.